Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the technical market update. Okay, in front of us, we have a chart of the US dollar index, which is made up of a number of currencies, i.e., the euro, the Japanese yen, the Swiss franc, the British pound, Australian and Canadian dollar. So the US dollar index basically shows you the path of the dollar and what's happening with the dollar across different currencies. And what we see is that looking at this monthly chart, we see that the US dollar index was in a triangle, a huge triangle here that started in 2005 and has been consolidating. Now, with the recent strength we had in the US dollar, we saw that the market broke out of this triangle in September. The market broke out of the triangle in September. This is a monthly chart of the US dollar index. And what we saw recently, this is a weekly chart now, was that the market, this is the breakout, and the rules of technical analysis state that when you have a breakout, sometimes the market retests the breakout area. So this is a retest here, and the market is now rallying to a new high. Now the question is, where will this high end really? And we see that there's resistance in the US dollar index at just below the 90 level, and another resistance area at the 90 level. So I just drew the two resistance areas, and we are coming up on that level shortly. The first one is about 88.50, and the second resistance area is 90. So that's what's happening on the US dollar index. And to just break it down, let's take a look at what's happening in the euro. The euro is, well, this morning or Monday morning, we're filming this or recording this. We're not in a movie studio. We're recording this on November 3rd. And we saw that earlier the market made a new low near 124.40 and has recovered some bit. But looking at this chart, we see that you have support at the 120 level. This was the previous low that was made. You have support at 120, and you have trend line support coming up based off of these lows at about 122.50. So those are the levels you can look out for in the euro currency as pretty significant support. Taking a look at the Australian dollar, we see that the market is trading up against support. The market just seems to cannot break support right here in just above the 86 level. So the market is trying to break support near 86, and it's coming down here Monday morning. It's currently at 87.18. So in this week, we're going to see if the market, if the sellers have the energy to break this support area near the 86 level. So that's what we're looking for in the Australian dollar. Taking a look at the Japanese yen, we see that the market has really taken off, and this is one of the reasons why it's important to follow trends. We see that the Japanese yen was in, or is in, a huge uptrend here. And the Forex income system members were able to take advantage of this move up. The market retraced, and we got long again, and we're now benefiting from this move up. This move up is actually very parabolic, and it certainly cannot maintain such a strong rise. So I'm expecting the market to back off somewhat. There is resistance really at this 1 this is the 117 level. We have an area of resistance, and also ultimately near 125. But I'm expecting the market to back off some way long before the 125 level. And the catalyst for this huge move up, which you don't see in the yen too often, this is a move from roughly, looking at it, 109 to above 112. That's almost 300 pips in one day, and that's quite a significant move. And it was, the catalyst was that the Bank of Japan lowered interest rates unexpectedly, so that's why the market really took off. And the low was 109.17 and the high was 112.45. So over a 340 pip range for the day, pretty significant. And the other market we're going to look at is the gold market. And what happened last week was quite significant technically, because we saw that the market was able to break below the previous area of support. This is a weekly chart of gold, and let me go to the daily chart. We see that this area near this 1170 level was acting as pretty good support. The market tested the area again in December 2013. In December 2013 again we had another test. The market came up, we tested the area in October, and now we're able to punch through this area on Friday evening. So the question is, with the gold market, are we going to be able to maintain this level and we see follow through selling, or will the market snap back? Because these markets have a tendency to snap back. And if the market does snap back and reverse, for the reversal to be really complete, we have to see the market close above 1260. If the rules of technical analysis state that the market will test the breakout point up here and then continue downwards. So if I was on a side of the market, I would be on the short side naturally, because that's what the trend is. So we just have to see if we get follow through selling in gold. And if we do get follow through selling, we could see the market drop down to the 1000 level, or even the 1100 level initially. Okay, so that's what's happening in the currencies. Current opportunities we're having and we're involved in, trades we're involved in, is the Australian dollar. We're short, or our members are short this market and doing fairly well. The Japanese yen we're long naturally, and gold for the international clients we're short the gold market. Okay, so thank you very much for listening to the Forex market update. If you have any questions, you can send it to info@acestrading.com. And thank you very much for listening, and have a good trading week. Thank you.